Hey everybody. So listen, I want to pop on here just for a minute, just to set the record straight a little bit, all right? So listen, we all know that everybody kind of downplays the toilettes. Everybody says, hey, listen, go with the EDP, go with the Extrait, the parfum, go with this. They try to make it downplay that the toilettes are bad, you shouldn't buy them. So I wanted to dispel that a little bit. So anyhow, we know that the Eau Fresh is what? 1 to about 5% perfume oil. We know that the Eau de Cologne is about what, 2 to 4, somewhere around there. And then you move up to the Toilette, which is 5 to 15% perfume oils, or the good stuff that you smell. So I poured a few out of my collection today just for this reasons, right? So listen, this right here, I bought this big bottle. It's a 6 point whatever it is ounce bottle. This is a Toilette. This is a Toilette. You can see it. Look, I don't mind spraying it. It's got a good atomizer, and look, it has sillage. It's great. It lasts a long time. It's a Toilette. I bought the big bottle. I want it to be an everyday wear. I can just wear to work. Uh, Look, I work in a chemical plant. When I get off there, I want a pressure washing business, do pressure wash, gutter cleaning, all the above. I work on Sunday school buses for our church, all kind of things I got going on in my life. So I do all kind of things, and I like to smell good while I do it. So this right here is a toilet. Also, this is a toilet. This is Everybody knows this right here is Versace Dylan Blue. This right here, look, same thing. Got a good atomizer. It smells wonderful. It's a beautiful blue scent. To me, it kind of smells like that Prada Luna Rosa kind of smell. To me, it also smells uh, a little bit like Sauvage. But this also is a toilette. My point is this: when I wear these fragrances on the skin, this right here alone lasts on my skin. I got pretty good skin for perfume. I always have. But this, I've got at least 8 to 12 hours out of it. And I'm talking about, I can still smell it when I move. I can still smell it. I always do at least 4 sprays. All right, well, make it 5. I do 1, 2, 3 down my shirt, and I spray on top of my hand. The reason I spray on top of my hand, just for that reason. I like that. I'm just I guess maybe ignorant perfume addict. I don't have a clue, but anyhow, what I do is throughout the day, I will smell it, see if it's still there, see, and kind of I get the gauge on how my cologne's doing. All right, maybe so, but anyhow, moving on a little bit in the conversation. So now, all right, we move on to the EDP, which is the eau de parfum. So this is 15 to 20%. So this right here, everybody knows this. This right here is our most wanted. Look, a little less atomizer, but great sweet phrase. This right here, once again, this lasts about the same as this last on my skin. This may give me a little bit longer because it's a little bit deeper, and I do the same thing. I spray 4 sprays. I hit 1, 2, 3 down my shirt, on top of my hand. Same thing with this. This right here, no, this right here is the same thing. This right here is nitro red. It's a little on the cheaper side of the EDPs. This right here, look, great. You got a decent atomizer. Smells. This is one of my favorites. That you smell that apple, you smell that sweet, beautiful smell to it. It's one of my favorite fragrances. Seriously, I say that a lot, but man, I love fragrances. And this is I love that sweet, something about that sweet apple smell to me. Something about it. I don't know what it is, but something about it I enjoy. But so this right here, these are EDPs, and so with this, to me, on my skin, it lasts about as long as this lasts. It lasts about 8, 10, 12 hours out of it. And listen, I work shift work, so I work from 3 p.m. to 4 a.m. or just the opposite, from 4 a.m. to 3 p.m. So that's how my schedule works. I work 13-hour nights and I work 11-hour days. This is how our guys, we all agreed to do that. And so I spray cologne on it about, I don't know, I wake up around, I work nights, I wake up around, let's say 11 o'clock in the day. I wake up, I usually get some coffee. I peel around the house for a little bit. Do what I got to do? Catch up on my work? Whatever I got going on? Folding clothes? Nah, it is just living life. I got 2 sons, so anyhow, so I spray my cologne on about then, and I get home in the morning. I can still smell it. This right here included. This right here, which is a toilette. This right here is the EDP. All right. Now, just to be dead honest, this right here, this right here is 540. This right here is an extrait de parfum, which is supposed to be the best one, which is 20 to 30%. Okay, and everybody knows I don't really want to spray this too much. I don't want to waste it. But anyhow, this is everybody knows the smell. This smell has almost made an entire movement of perfumes. It's set the standard almost for what perfumes are today. That is an extrait. And on my skin, it does not last as long as these toilettes last. These toilettes last longer than that. Now, on that same hand, this right here is his ideal from the Dua brand. Dua brand out of California. Uh, I got with them, and you could go there and find dupes. You could find originals, all that. Be honest with you, I'm not sure what this is. It's called His Ideal. There's a few. My son has. I can't think of the name of it. It's called Ideal. I thought this was a dupe of it, but it's not. I put them side by side. It's definitely not a dupe of that. And maybe I should have searched it up. But this is, as you can tell, it says on the back of the bottle, it says Extrait de Parfum on here. This is an Extrait. And this right here, I have to physically wash this cologne off of me. If I spray it on right now, I can go to bed. I wake up, it's still on me. I go to work. I go to work. I can sweat all day. Come home and still smell it on my shirt, smell it on my neck. I smell it when I move. This last, this right here lasts a lifetime. And according to every record, this right here and this had the same amount of perfume oil in them. But this does not last, and this is way more expensive. Everybody knows this is expensive. I'm not going to tell you my secret here, but anyway, nonetheless, this is expensive. And this is not. I believe I paid $30 for this. And this last, I have to literally physically wash this off of my skin. The sillage is crazy. I walk up, it projects like a monster. I walk somewhere, you can smell it. It's just, this is, I believe the Dua brand has kind of hit the nail on the head. But my point is this: all of these have done just that. These are all. This is so. Once again, these are toilettes. These are extraits. These are EDPs. There's not. I'm not going to say the price difference or quality difference. It's just these are some of these are lower priced because of that reason, but the quality is. So I'm telling you this: if you buy Extrait, if you buy a EDP, or you buy a Toilette, spray it on your skin. And look, do what I do: buy you a sample of it, and I call it the sleep test. Okay, sounds stupid, maybe so. I spray it on my neck before I go to bed, and I'm look at nighttime. I keep my covers up from ear to ear. I pull my blanket up real high. If it passes the sleep test, I wake up in the morning. I kind of like rub my skin, or I can smell it. It passes the sleep test, and that's how I kind of gauge. I know if my blanket don't rub it off, my shirt won't rub it off. So, especially in the wintertime, usually I wear a neck gaiter, my hood on. Everybody sees my other videos in the wintertime. I always got a hood. I hate my ears being cold. So my point is this: don't let the internet hype you up and say, "Hey, don't buy toilettes because they're worse." They're not worse. They're just you got to buy a good quality toilet. Paco Rabanne has made a great quality toilet. Hey, this right here, Versace has made a great quality toilet. And this right here is, I'm talking about the top of the line Extrait de Parfum I've ever seen. This here lasts so long. It put all my clones to shame. This outlasts everything in my collection. I don't know, between my collection and my son's collection, I believe we have over 150 bottles here. That's not including my wife. She's not like us. She don't really care about all this. But my point is this: don't let that be that. Look, spray on your skin, spray on top of your hand, and your hand has like a different skin composition than your neck. It don't soak up as much. Your hands, your skin's thicker. It's made to not do that. Anyhow, if it lasts on your hand, you know it's gonna last on your neck. Listen, get you a good top of the hand spray, and look, you see my hands kind of greasy right now because I got cologne on top of my hand. And I'm currently wearing a toilette, and it's been on, I don't know, at least 8 hours right now. Every time I move, I still smell it. But my point is this: don't let nobody talk you out of a good toilet because it's a toilet. It's not as good. If you buy a good quality toilet, look, if you buy a good toilet, look, EDP don't matter what it is. All these here, it don't matter what the price. This is half. This is less than half the price of this. This is EDP. This is a toilet. And I kid you not, it's a tremendous just amount of how this works. It's all the same thing, man. Don't let somebody talk you out of a good fragrance because of it's a toilet. If it's a toilet, hey, try it on your hand, see if it works for you. If it does, hey man, you got a winner. Like I have right here. Some of these right here is some of the champions of that collection. So that's the point of this. Make sure you just give it a good try on your hand. Use your hand. Use, I don't know, spray on some clothes, something. If it lasts on there, it'll last anywhere.